In this first episode of Retro Roboland, I'm going to draw a concept drawing for my flying robot. Join me as I draw, model, animate and film fantasy robots fighting in a machine-only world. It's crossover steampunk mecha. It's the behind the scenes before there's even a film. It's Retro Roboland. So the visual reference I'll use to draw this concept is first of all a Fokker E111 monoplane from the First World War, a German plane, a dragonfly or a bird or a bat for flapping wings. That's the general idea. Put that up there. Just quickly sharpen up my pencils like that and start with an HB pencil. Start with roughing measurements to mark out dimensions and underlying angles. These pencil marks are very light, so just opening up a box with enhanced contrast to show my working. So the cylinder is the plane fuselage, the triangle is an extended lattice structure to lengthen the design and support much larger flapping wings, which I have started on, but I'm not happy with how that looks, so just cut my rubber so I have a clean rubbing surface. So the wing is similar to that of a bat. It hinges about 2/3 of the way up and pivots at the base of the fuselage. Just rub that out. And there we go. On the other side, I just make the outline of the other wing, showing mid-flap. Is that the right term? Let's call it mid-flap. Then just reform and dark the cowling, put more detail in as I form the basic body and work down to the back end where I have in mind a swinging paddle-style tail assembly. So no standing tail, rocking back and forth like a pendulum. Underside is like a pair of skis, so it can land and sort of skid along, or I guess hover and drop like a helicopter. So this is a concept step. It's not intended to be a finished work of art. It merely communicates an idea. But let me just use my favorite heavy charcoal pencil. Just bring in some form, light marks. I just blend with my finger. So I'm working away here, a bit of context here. The whole world in which flying robot exists is a world of machines only. Everything is made of different metals, glass. Anyway, this mega machine in which smart, talking, thinking, walking robots live, and then these flying robots attack, and these robots' only instinct is to attack and destroy the mega machine. So kind of like the COVID attack in the human body, but not, or a computer virus attacking a system, but not. Really, it's a metaphor for any destructive, unthinking impulse against the thinking, feeling, consciousness. Take your pick. Alright, so that's all very subtle. I'm shading the near side with an imagined light source, say upper right and away from the screen. Then you pick up a uniball rolling in pen. Yes, I'm mixing mediums because what I can. So the heavy graphite can get so dark, and while I sharpen it, a point is so soft that I would be sharpening it all the time, and so many ways I'm a blunt pencil type of guy. Super profound. I'm using an ink pen here, but it should be subtle. Do not want to ruin it or make it like a colouring in book. That's me calling time on this initial concept sketch. Alrighty then, change of pace. These are some plan views of the Fokker E111. The idea here is that I will do a plan side and front view. I'm using a ruler and a pencil here to measure out basic dimensions. This is a much more geometric way of working, not unlike old school architects, except that me, Mr. Blunt Pencil, the measurements are kind of made up and kind of bodgy. In truth, I'm still kind of a sketching in 2 dimensions, but with a ruler as a tool, or perhaps more truthfully, a prop. Anyway, that is precisely a side flat aspect view. Now I'm just going to take a compass here to show the approximate diameter of how the rear tail spins, as well as the pivot point of the flapping wing. At this point, my thinking is that the flying robot is powered by some sort of steam internal engine, and the wings are operated by an internal contraption of gears and pulleys. I'm a bit fuzzy, a bit blunt pencil on that, but see, if I see a bird fly, I can be fuzzy on what makes it fly there. The muscles and a heart and bones, I suppose, just showing rotation of flapping wings. But more important, I see that the bird flies, and therefore I understand the bird is capable of flight. Okay, so my schema here is that I use the red to indicate the radius of the various rotation of the wings, front and side, and then finally ink it up to complete another type of concept drawing of my flying robot, and broadly I am happy with that. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe. Over there you can start the playlist from the beginning. It's going to get longer and longer. Over there, one that the YouTube algorithm has chosen. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.